Hi, everyone. I'm Julie Ireland, and I'm a GTD coach. And if you may have seen some of my prior videos, there's some themes that emerge, and one of which is I talk very transparently about how I use my getting things done practice as kind of a starting point for, one of the tools in my toolbox around managing my anxiety. And I'm very transparent about that. It's really kind of a starting point. And I had this incredible opportunity with a friend of mine that I thought was maybe relevant and I wanted to share. So recently, a very close friend of mine had very, very complicated, significant knee surgery. And I was talking to her before and after, and she was really prepared and ready to go, and it all really went fine. It was just great. She has a great team, and it just was great. But I was talking to her a few days after the surgery, and she said, Julie, I really feel fine. I'm just super anxious. And I was like, okay. So I got into my car and I drove over there, and we just kind of sat and talked about it. And she was kind of just telling me, what she was anxious about. And I was like, you know what? Like, let's write this down. So, we basically did what we call a mind sweep. And I had her get a legal pad and a pen. And I was like, just write down everything you're anxious about, no matter how profound it seems or how silly it seems, like just get it out of your head onto this piece of paper. So she, a bit of an active talker. She was talking and writing, talking and writing, talking and writing. And before maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes or so went by, and she kind of had a full page of stuff. And I could just see some of the tension melting off of her face. I mean, it was just sort of like, wow. And I don't think she realized, first of all, the volume that was going to come out of that thing. And also, as I always try to remind people, the randomness of how things just kind of come in and out of our brains. So then, we got her propped up, we got her knee elevated, and we just sat one at a time and went through every single thing. And I really have to say, like, I acknowledge her because there was some, stuff maybe that she might have been a little embarrassed about. And, I'm like, who cares? But we did it like one at a time. Like, what is it? Is it actionable? Yes or no? If not, like, what's the anxiety? We just clarify and organize each of those things, some of which were kind of deep and profound, and some of them were really kind of silly, like, buying dog food. But by the end of it, we really just got all that stuff clarified and organized. A lot of it was actionable, some of it wasn't. But the whole thing, beginning to end, maybe took us like 45 minutes. And it was such a huge difference for her to just get it out of her head, make decisions, put it into her system. And then all of a sudden, like, she was kind of back home to herself. So it was such a good reminder for me. This, like, very, very simple tool that we pretty much always have access to, even if we don't have pen and paper, grab the notes app on the phone or something like that. And, like, start with emptying our head. Like, what has your attention? What are you anxious about? What are you afraid about? What's causing that anxiety, and giving ourselves permission to, first and foremost, just externalize it, and then second, just clarify and organize it. So I know this is nothing new, but at the same time, it was a very good and loving and powerful reminder of how sometimes, like, it's just good to go back to some of the basic best practices. So always hope this helps. Please feel free to leave a comment. Any questions? Thanks for watching. Bye.
For more GTD resources, please visit gettingthingsdone.com and David Allen's YouTube channel. For more information, please email us at info@gtdfocus.com or visit our website gtdfocus.com/contact.